Hey guys, okay, welcome back to part 3 of this video. I'm trying not to make them as long and trying to keep them a little bit shorter so they're in sections. This hopefully will be the last one. First, I want to show you guys something very quick that I did not do with this one, and after the fact, I realized I probably should have. I do this with when I do my paintings and stuff like that. I think it's important. When you're journaling and all, it really doesn't matter as much. I'm going to try to get close to where I want to be here so I can show you. And it might not be the clearest, but you'll see what happens. Okay, see her eyes. Excuse me. Drink too much water down. Woo. See her eyes? They're a little off. And what I normally do is I normally take my ruler, or you can use a tag, or you can use the edge of your stencil, you know, anywhere that's straight. Whatever you have on hand. Take your eye, and when you're drawing your eye, you want to put your ruler straight. Now you can see here, the bottom of my eye is here, but on this one, it's up higher. So generally, now it's kind of too late for me to do that, and I'm okay with that because it is a journal page. But what you would do is, I guess, how do I explain it? So what you would do is you would go and you would say, okay, here's the bottom. Here's the bottom of my eye here. And then you would mark over here. Here's the bottom of my eye over here. Okay, so when I lift this up to the camera, you can see right here is where the bottom of that eye should have been. This eye should have been brought down, so then it would have been even with that one. And that's a great way to see, you know, I mean, you can see how off I am. Now, this was just very quickly drawn, hand drawn, not being fancy. Probably should have been fancy. Not too much I can do now. Not too worried about it again. It's in my journal. So it's more of a practice kind of thing, but that's a little tip I wanted to tell you guys to do when you're doing your eyes. Now, you know, again, I really can't bring this down any further. I can make this green a little bit down a little bit further, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. So we'll just pretend like she's a little sassy, or maybe she's like me and just a little off. But not everybody's, you know, eyes are the same, and, you know, but we're not that off. So I wanted to kind of give you an idea. Take your ruler, even if you do something like this with a straight edge, and make it, you know, straight across, and you can still see how far up. God, this glare is killing me. How far up that eye is. So you want to mark it here, you know, draw your first eye, and then do this, and then have your other mark over here, so you have basically the same, you know, eye. Now, she could just be making a face and her eyes up. Who cares? Like I said, not too worried about it in my journal page. Like I said, I really quickly drew it. Not too worried about it. But I wanted to give you that little tip. Okay, so we have our molding paste over here. And what I want to do is I want to show you a few different things. And you can see how it came out. Something fun to do is there are so many different tissue papers. Different colors, different, some are great, some bleed, which I love on certain effects. This is a, it has like, it's called confetti tissue paper. I got it at Michael's. They still have it because every time I always want to pick up more, but I remember I have enough. Something you can do is if you, now these up here where the textures are, you can always take this, and it's clear, and maybe I'll do it just for the heck of it. Cut a piece off, and let's do that. I'll take a little bit of, let's see, this is gesso. I don't, maybe I'll just use a little bit of matte Mod Podge I'll use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, do this flower. I'm just going to pour a little ploop on there because I don't want too much. And ploop is a technical word. I'm going to just brush my flower. And these are just different techniques you can use. going to take my little piece. I'm going to set it on my flower. This is a little bit up here too much. And then I'm going to kind of brush it on. And remember, we're using matte. And I'll use a little bit more on top. Now this, again, this is clear and white. So when this goes on, and this is only because I don't have any other one here. When this goes on, you can see that it has that in it. The little, it disappears into the background, actually, the white, which I love. That's a whole other YouTube video I'll do. But you can see the sparkles in it, the little glitters. Now, you want to add a little bit of glitter. You have some dry glitter. You say, oh, I want to add a little bit more glitter on that. I say, great. If I could find my glitter. This is ridiculous. See, that's why I'm trying to clean and glitter, glitter, glitter. Well, you get the point. I'll have to pull my glitter up. Let's see. All right. I'll just pull the glitter real quick. All right. This is just very inexpensive glitter I got at AC Moore. I think it was $1, maybe 99 cents, maybe $1.29. Nothing major. I'm just going to very lightly tap on my flower just to add a little bit more glitter. Because I love glitter. See, this is why I want to rearrange. I'm rearranging everything here. So I'm so inspired to do more art lately. And I'm going to blow. This is why my room's a mess. And you can kind of just use your fingers to dust around your flower. And you can put much more glitter on it. You can really cover it with glitter. Like really go to town with the glitter. If you want to cover the whole thing. I don't know so much I put enough glue on there, but we shall see, shall we not? And this is just a piece of clear plastic. I keep clear plastic from everything. I think this might have been from a stamp thing. These are great to keep. I use on polymer clay. I use these for all kinds of things. So what we'll do is we will just dump and tap. Yeah, see, I didn't get all the glue on there. So I'll just give it a little, and I'll show you in a second. Still want my flower to kind of show. Make sure you get glue all over it. My Mod Podge dried very quickly because I only put a very thin coat. But you get the idea. Now, a very cool thing to do is pick out, I'm getting there as I'm showing you the back of my book. Okay. You know, I have to start, I get so excited and I do these YouTube videos and I'm like, woo! And I don't really, like, get all the stuff out that I need. Because through it, doing it, I'm just going to take this, fold it in half. You can do this with a piece of printer paper, anything you have. And just kind of pour it back in. And you save the majority of your glitter. Only lost a little bit there. Give it a blow. Okay. Not too worried about it. I'll just have the theme of blue glitter through it. And I'm okay with that. But you see, like I said, obviously you would put more it on thicker because it dried very quickly. Because I only put a little bit on there. And you can move it around a little bit. And you can always go and add more glue and more glitter if you want. But it's just going to give the little bit of what it needs, and you can still see the paper, the tissue paper with the glitter in it. Again, use, now it's going to be my OCD's hitting in all the glitter. Use a different colored tissue paper. I have tissue paper I save from everything I get. So do that. Now, I'm just going to give this a quick dusting. I'm not worried about it. I just wanted to show you a little technique. Like I said, again, make sure you put more. You can layer, as a matter of fact, these, because of the tissue, you know, the thing in it, layer on top, layer, layer, layer. This would be a great background. I use these for a lot of backgrounds where I'll do it. And maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do my next journal page with that. So just let's pretend like I didn't say that. Now, something I'm going to do. I got this. It's called Ripe Persimmon. And it's the Distress Stain. Now I'm going to try it out on one of my flowers. And I'll probably use it on this one. I'm gonna, oh, I know, okay. So I'm just gonna try to hit this in the middle. And what I'm gonna do is take a paintbrush and kind of dab it around my flower. And I'm just making a background. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be. These are new ones that I just received. So I'm not sure of the color. So I want to kind of see what the color is. Now, I love this color. So what I'm going to do is move this over here. And guess what color hair she's going to have? Yes, she is. And I'm just going to swipe this in. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just swiping in. Oh, I'm so in love. You just dab it once in a while to get it flowing. And you just follow where your modeling paste is. And I'll show you something in a second. I'll go down by her neck. Oh, yeah. How cool is it? Like, how quick and how cool. Now, you can do that with anything. You can do that with paint or whatever. I'm not too worried. Now watch, because it's water-based and I went up a little bit too much, I can take some of that off there because I don't have molding paste on there. And then take just a rag, just a paper towel, napkin, whatever you got. We'll let that dry and go over it. Now, something we can do is just kind of hit this over with what's ever left on our brush. Now I have also, let's see what colors, picked raspberry. Ooh, hello. So let's go over here. I swear the excitement. Okay. Let's throw some of this bad boy. These are all new colors. I have never used them, so I'm just going to kind of... Oh, I might even put some of that on her lips. And I'm just going to brush down. And like I said, this is great for using on... like if you have journal pages like I do where you experiment or you have an idea and you're like, oh, let me, I'm going to try this. And you don't, you figure it out or whatever, or you want to create, this is a great way. Just gesso over or whatever, paint white over it, and start over and try and do something else, again. So look how cool that is. I wonder if we stuck some bubble wrap in it, what would happen. If it would lift anything up. No, added some texture though. Now you see here where we have our paper, our tissue paper, how if we would have done a background of paper, which I'll do another time, another video, how much darker it comes out. Okay? Okay. Like, let's say, I mean, that just sucks in. And this isn't a gessoed page. So it has a completely different look. So I guess, it depends on what you're looking for. I kind of dig all these colors, and I'm kind of excited to see what they kind of, come out as. This is called Seedless Preserves. Ooh, I'm a purple freak. Let's just do that. And then kind of blot it up. I like that color. I'm going to go over everything with it. Just a little bit outside just to kind of hit everything. I wonder what it would be like on the paper. Let's just do right there. All right, we'll take our napkin. Give it some texture. Remember, we're just playing. It's nothing. If you don't have distress inks, guess what? Use sprays. You don't have sprays, guess what? Use acrylic paint. Okay? Look at that color. You know what I think it is? I think in here, my husband, for me, he's so good to me, but he put in those like nature lights or whatever they're called, that like you get like regular good light, and he put them in here, and I think with my one lamp that I have on, it's like too bright, if that makes sense. I think that's why I'm getting such the glare, if you must know. Not that it's that big a deal. Okay, so we did this. What color are you, mister? Ooh, mowed lawn. Let's do her shirt. Give it a shake. I don't know if we should shake them or not, but who doesn't like a shake? Oh my gosh, look how awesome. So I'm really just going to follow. Now these are water activated, so I believe once they dry, you can mix them and they will, which I don't care. Like I said, I'm just playing. Look how awesome that color is. Now, you see the marks underneath? You can see like where it looks like a little bit whiter underneath, which to me it's lighter green to you, I think, on there, which once I show you it, you'll see. That means that, like my gesso, my gesso that I put over it was streaked. Like, so it had some like lines in it, you know what I mean? Like paintbrush things, and it didn't quite, and this isn't really going to cover it, which, whatever. I'll probably do something over it. Now, if I want to clean up I went over my little, I'm just going to rub some water on this to kind of shape this back up. Just kind of wet in her hair a little bit. Oh well, such is life. Now just dip your, just to pick up the green or whatever color it is. That the Collage Podge that we used really helped that, because it did make it so it wasn't absorbent. If we had an absorbent paper under here that we did not Collage Podge, that would have sucked in to the paper itself, and we wouldn't have been able to lift that up. So that's a good reason. And why waste that green? Let's just smear it on there. But that's also another good reason to, you know, in between layers, kind of Collage Podge or Mod Podge or clear coat. You name it. But see, it kind of cleared it up a little bit, so that's pretty cool. Now the last color I have is called, I think I shot probably, everybody knows the rule, light to dark, light to dark. I just got these ones I just got the other day. I have Vintage Paper, Wild Honey, Fire Brick, Faded Jeans, Vintage Linen, Spun Sugar, apparently another Faded Jeans, another Fire Brick. This is why I got Broken China. And I have a darker green called Peeled Paint, which maybe we'll try on the other side. Let's see what we can do with this yellow around her hair. If it shows up. Oh, yeah. And I'll hold it up so you can get a better view, because let's see. See if that's a little bit better. Looks a little bit better. I'm just going to push down. This is a nice yellow. I maybe put a little bit in here. And just smear a little bit over here, just to blend some colors. Down here. Let's try some Fire Brick. Give her polka dots. It's almost like this isn't an accurate color. I'll show you the accurate color on a different page, but we'll just give her some polka dots. Now that looks ridiculous. I think we're just going to go over it. And then give her like a tie-dyed look. It kind of comes out brown. All right, let me just pick another page. See how the red looks right there where it splashed? Pretty cool. Nice color. Love it. Again, I'm going to take my tissue. I'm going to wrap it up. Kind of give her a vintagey look shirt. Maybe do a little bit of stamping on that. And maybe I'll try some Broken China over here and just kind of go around the then kind of give it a little kind of like a watercolor look in a sense. And next time I'm gonna have my I'm gonna do alcohol. Let me try to move you closer. All right, I'm gonna go over her hair one more time, just to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to let that dry for a second. I think that's brown. What color? I'm gonna do something. These are called liquid pearls. This color is peacock. And I'm just gonna kind of outline her shirt, like her collar. So you kind of get an idea where she starts and ends. And now I might do some random dots of the same color. Just add a little shot of color over the mixed color that I did, which was green and red brown, brick brown, brick red. Hello. Nothing fancy. Little texture. If you want, you could put glitter on it. You could put whatever you want on it. Glue sequins down. What I really want to do is, I'm not sure it'll work, but that never stopped me before. Excuse my arm. Let's see if this works. Probably not, but I'm gonna take it and kind of take the dots and try to kind of connect them in places, like as if I'm drawing, so it gives them some movement. Might have worked if I had more liquid bead on there, or liquid pearls rather, because it's like a very iridescent looking color, but I still like it. Kind of gives it like an abstracty look. Probably look much cooler on a lighter background, but as you know, I don't have one. All right, okay with that. And I just want to finish off her eyes. I'm going to do that backwards. Remember the tip I told you about the eyes. But I am going to do her eyes a little bit darker underneath. Upside down. And just follow it. And then because I put that little bit too much black on the one side. See, now her hair is covering right here. Let me show you a mistake. Her hair is covering over here too much, so it makes the eye look a little bit funkier. So next time I would move the pupil over a little bit more. I didn't have my round tool that I usually use. Again, this was just a quick, quick sketch. Not my worst work, not my best work. I think we all have those days. And I can even go back in with the green and redo her eye if I want. Because this eye is kind of funky. And again, her hair is covering it. Now, a quick fix could be grabbing, where'd it go? Some more of the orange and taking it through like the hair is covering her eye and her face. Not exactly what I would do, but that's an idea. If you're, I mean, it went over the face a little bit too much, but. Ooh, let's make her sunburned. This is stupid stuff I do. I know. You guys will never watch my videos again. Anyway, you see how if you wet it, it does lift off. That was just me being silly. Because if you can't be silly, why bother doing anything? Now, I'm outlining the eyes so you can see them better. Like I said, I will probably make this a little wider. And that's usually pink in there. And I would go over the whites and all, but I'm not going to waste too much time. You can see I stuck my hand in the green, smeared it. Why not? It's because I have no patience for the drawing time. But you just kind of go in, and I don't mind the color on it that much because the background that I did it on isn't exactly a white background. But you see, it just cleans up. No biggie. And maybe I'll take, let's see, with a paintbrush. Or maybe I'll use my fingers. And give her a little lip stain. I think this might be too big to put on there. Just a little bit more of a lip stain. Now, see that funky eye? Hate the funky eye. But what are you going to do? It's funky. It's funky. But you get the gist. Use the tip like I showed you. And, you get a basic, like this. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. If you have something like this and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate this, just go and wipe it off. Because this isn't how I wanted her shirt to be. But because this liquid pearl is so cool, you can get an emerald, looks like an emerald green with the colors that we have it mixed with. And you might want to use a paintbrush so you're a little bit more controlled. But look how cool that looks. Then you can go back after that's dry. Now let me show you something really cool. Look at this paper. Look at this paper towel. It has all kinds of cool colors, and the more I use it, the more it's going to get, and then I use it for backgrounds. Now, very quickly, I know this is a little bit longer than, but I didn't want to have to make another video. Something cool you can do is, let's say, what color are you, Buttercup? I don't want to really do Buttercup. If you don't have Distress inks, use whatever spray inks you have. Water down your acrylic paints. Do whatever you want. Over on this side over here, take a little spray. Just give it a spray. You can always go in with your paper towel and just kind of dab it. You're just adding layer on top of layer on top of layer. You know, you want something brighter. You want like a, let's see. I hate when these sprays don't spray. It's always these schmoots ones. Smooch. Spreads. I have the worst time with them. And they drive me crazy. So I'm just going to go to my good old Dylusions. Oh, that aren't really working for me today either. Come on, I can feel you coming up. I knew and I got up and I don't want to waste your time here. I don't want black. Okay. This is Inkadinkado spray. And if you want your modeling paste to show through a little bit more, you can just wipe them off separately or leave it on there. And what's good with these sprays is that they do move around. They are I can just rub some over here to kind of blend it. And see how cool that looks. Now I'm going to try one more experiment very, very quickly. And then I'm going to go. Okay. Over here, I'm going to spray water. And it's just going to be in the middle. I'm going to lightly dab it up. Not much, but just I want water to stay on there. I'm going to take some alcohol. And this is 90. And I'm going to drop it. A drop on there. Can you see it happening? Maybe what I'll do is I'll do it on another page where it's clear. It is so cool looking though. Let me see if I can get in good. Can you see like right here where it's all dropped? So let me heat it real quick and then I'll go to another page and do something very, very quickly. The alcohol dries instantly. So that's what we got for this. Her funky eyes. Her emerald green shirt. Texture on the side. Just plain. Nothing major. Let's find a page. Now we'll play right here. Real quick. I'm going to do... let's see. Well, I guess I could do... I want to do a dark color so you can really see it. All right. All right, I'm going to concentrate right here, though. Okay? So keep your eye over here. I'm going to give it a quick spray of water. And then, I can't find my dripper, because why would I? Give me 1 second. Let me just peep, 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 peep. Is that it? Nope. Why would my dripper be available? Okay. Anyway. Watch how fun. I want to move this down. That area right here. Look at that. And if you like put it in a little spray bottle, you're making your own alcohol ink. And you can use this with acrylic paint too. Look how cool! Isn't that so cool? So cool. Now I would leave it sit for a minute, you know, before you blow it dry. But you see what it did. I just don't want it soaking through. So you can make your own alcohol inks just by having, that's 90, 90. You can use 70. I do have a video on my YouTube on the alcohol inks. I can make an updated one. But yeah, you can use your distressed ink or any kind of paint. And you get these really cool alcohol inks. So, I think it's cool. And then you can respray it. To get more of a look, take your napkin that you're saving for a background for a painting or whatever. And dry it up so I can get back to the other page. See how that lifted that oil up? And we don't need to go through all that crap. Where's my other page? How funny. I know I have it in here. I have so many. See how many I've went over pages of just smearing old paint on? That's my goddess page. I mean, I have so many things that I just want to go over in here that I've just been playing around. That's my new beginning sticking together. Paint wasn't all the way dry. Here we go. And you can see it wasn't all the way dry. So I can take my rag. Or I like the darker color in her face. So it doesn't really bother me too much. Just kind of shades it. But remember, it doesn't matter. It's just your journal. So I hope you have fun. Any questions, leave me a comment. You know where to find me. knittingandthings.com, on Facebook, Knitting and Things, or Kelly Donovan, or leave me a comment here. This is just me playing in my journal, going over all these old pages I have to, you know, just start journaling again and getting my stuff back on Etsy and my paintings and all that kind of stuff. So just a little practice. Everybody likes to work mindlessly. So I hope you all have a great day and share this with people and sub if you can. And if you're not subbed, sub. And if you know somebody who's not subbed, ask them to sub. And have a great one. And remember the eye trick. It's important. Bye.